Chris Spiker for AV Nice, and boy, what an AV Nice story.
Appreciate it.
So it's the only dairy in LA County.
Yes. Well, there was 13 dairies in Lancaster originally back in the 40s, 50s. We got to doing some numbers and stuff through our co-op where we ship milk to, and they says, hey, you guys are, well, actually we had the inspectors coming out quite often. I asked my inspector, I says, how come you guys are visiting us so often? And he goes, well, you're the last dairy left. Now that's the other thing. I mean, when you look at the hours that farmers put in, you know, all the farmers, I mean, in the valley, just unbelievable hours, and they deserve what they have coming to them. And you know, a lot of people look at it like, boy, why would somebody do that? But it gets in your blood, and once that gets in your blood, you can't change it.
I think it's exciting when somebody is in a vocation and has a passion for it. I mean, that's the person you want. You don't want somebody that doesn't like it.
Right, absolutely.
You know? So, and in this great country, in this great state even, you know, the ability to have the freedom to come out here and run your business.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's a great story.
It is. It is. I mean, what a to be able to operate. You know, we're third generation. My grandfather started in South Dakota, came from Holland, and dairied there for about 10 years. And just with the cold weather and everything, got pushed out of there and went to Chino or Artesia, California, and started milking cows for a dairy farm there. And that's how we kind of all got our start, is from my grandfather Nick.
And he's from Holland.
He's originally from Holland. Yeah.
Those Dutch are pretty good at growing things, aren't they? Aren't you?
Yeah. It, you know, back in Holland, I mean, it's flowers, and there's a lot of little dairies there. And then they've grown, you know, when a lot of them have moved to, you know, out of Holland into the States, you know, and grown from there. And it's just amazing to see. You know, my grandfather milked 13 cows in South Dakota, and you can see the size of our herd today, and it's just
it's more than 13.
It's a blessing we can do what we do.
Positively. How many cows are out here?
Well, we count them once in a while for inventory, you know, and we kind of lost count at about 7,000.
And what's the size of the property here? A lot of acres.
There's about 2,000 acres total.
Wow. So, one big chunk?
A little bit split up, but farming all that 2,000 acres to feed to the cows.
So you grow, is it alfalfa that you feed them?
Mainly alfalfa.
You grow that here?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So the transportation costs are pretty small at that part of the operation.
Yeah, that's the one benefit. Right now the challenge we have is the groundwater. You know, we're fighting this groundwater adjudication, and we're hoping that you know, the politicians and everybody will get along, see this thing through, and realize that the farmers have started here, been here, you know, and need to stay here. And so it's something that we're working on, and hopefully we'll get it, you know, resolved.
So Gary, what can the community do to help as far as keeping you here and making your job possible?
Well, the main thing, the support we need actually from the community, is that they need to realize that when they go to a grocery store, where that product actually comes from. We feel that a lot of the schools and the kids up today coming up, you know, through the system are not aware of where milk comes from. You know, that lettuce and everything just comes from a store, and it's actually grown out on a family farm. And so the same with milk. You know, there was an incident where a mother had asked, you know, well, we don't need that dairy down the road because we got our milk at Walmart. And, you know, so
and that's an adult.
That's right. So, you know, I think we've got to be smart about educating the kids coming up and getting behind the farms due to, I mean, we've already seen food prices just continue to go up. And if we don't get behind these farmers and, you know, in this groundwater and make sure that the family farms have this water, we're going to see prices continue upwards. So
we got to have farmers, we got to have water.
Yes.
And so any issue that involves farmers and water is something we need to pay attention to.
Absolutely. Yes.
Cool. So all these cows here, and we saw that you've got the newborns in their little in their dog houses there, and so you're birthing continually. And what's the life expectancy of a dairy cow?
Average dairy cow will last about 7 years. They'll go longer than that. Some cows, you know, but on an average about 7 years, and it's all due to production, you know. Basically the calves are born here on the place, and we call that a closed-in dairy herd. And a closed-in dairy herd means that we're not buying outside cattle coming into the facility. We basically raise everything here, and then those baby calves go into being mothers and having their first calf here on the property, on the dairy, and then go into the milk stream. So it's a very hands-on operation where we do all the breeding, and also on the raising of the calves and bringing them back into the facility, into the milking string. And we'll have some cases where the daughter and the mother are actually in the same pen being milked. And it's pretty amazing that you know, it's that closed in, and that's part of the operation. It's just to bring the calves up and get them into the milk stream.
So I just realized all that noise we hear in the background, that's the milking barn.
Yes.
And so they're moving the cows through to get milk.
Yep.
And we're gonna learn how to milk by hand. Today.
Okay.
Right? That's what you're gonna show us?
Absolutely, absolutely. What we do here, we have automatic milkers, but we do check the cows before hanging the milking machines. We prime them by hand. Check for any mastitis, cheese, anything like that. That milk gets discarded, and actually that milk there goes to the baby calves, and then the prime milk, the grade A milk, all goes down to CDI, California Dairying, down in Artesia. So that's where our milk's going. We're sending out right at 3 loads a day, which is about 18,000 gallons a day.
So Gary, you grow a lot of alfalfa here. Do the cows eat it all, or do you end up with excess extra alfalfa, and what happens to it? Yeah,
between myself and my brothers, we farm right at 6,000 acres total in the valley. And, and with the feed stores, my brother handles the feed stores.
2 feed stores?
There's several feed stores. We use that hay, and for feed store hay, for horse hay. And that's the nice thing, is all that hay is locally grown here. You know, it's not you know, brought in from other areas, so you know when you buy hay at the stores, you know what you're getting. And so that's a good thought. But mainly with the amount of cattle that we have here, we use all the feed that's grown here just locally on the dairy site itself.
How many brothers do you have?
2. Yeah, actually 3. There's Nikki, Craig, and my brother Dean. My oldest brother Dean's in New Mexico. And then two sisters, Sherry and Lisa.
That's a farm family.
Yeah, well, years ago, you know, you had big families so all the kids could work the farm, and we all did. I mean, we've all been involved in it, and been blessed with it, and continue on. We're 3rd generation, and so.
Well, I think that's all my questions. Let's go meet the cows.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah. That.
Oh yeah. You want to try it?
So you just like squeeze it around?
Yeah. So
So the bag's the udder, and the little teats are where we're going to get the milk.
2 fingers, and then you just
2 fingers together.
pull a little bit down.
Cold hands.
Yeah. Another girl.
Come on, Kelly.
Oh, there we go!
Trying to get a little cream for my coffee here. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you know where that milk comes from.
Yeah.
Hey, I did it!
Good girl. Yeah, see, she's ready to have the milk machine applied. What happens is they actually let their milk down as they get, milk or prime. They call that priming the cow, and then she's ready to drop her milk down. So look how easy it is now.
So Kelly, how was that?
It was fun. It's harder than it looks, at least for me. But I think once you kind of get it, it kind of comes natural then afterwards once you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So.
It takes a little bit, but once you get the hang of it.
Yeah. It's easier for me to open up the jug and pour it into my cereal than do it this
Now
way.
Now we know where it comes
Yes,
from.
we do. Yes, we do.
Yeah, we appreciate the milk and the dairy products a lot now.
Yes.
Thank you for that amazing tour and for letting us come in and be a part of the milking process. And I noticed that you got Petrolock supplies out here, and so you've got a lot of partnerships, a lot of people you work with. Any other companies that you really couldn't live without?
Yeah, we do. I mean, being locally here, we try to use all local vendors in this area. We appreciate, Petrolock, Walsma, all our suppliers. We've got the John Deere Kern County Kern Machinery here now in Bakersfield, and we've lost a few. Coastline Equipment Center, and so as these farms continue to leave the valley, we also lose these dealerships and vendors. But we do try and stay local with all our services and all our suppliers, and appreciate them guys for what they do for us.
Yeah.
And a tire store, all our tires, and just,
You must have hundreds of tires going around here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just amazing. You don't really realize what you all have going on until once a month when you actually pay the bills, and then you're looking at your receipts and everything, and you're just going, it's unbelievable. But what a great opportunity to be able to do what we do, and have other companies service what we do and believe in us. And so
a lot of relationships built over a lot of time, family.
Absolutely.
Family and business kind of mixes together.
Right.
So not only are you feeding us and fueling us with milk, but you're fueling the whole community, and we really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. All the way from our insurance guys, Stephen B. Marvin Insurance.
There you go. We got to have them in here.
Our local realtors.
Oh, I love those realtors.
Stephen B. Marvin.
The best. Yeah.
And so,
roll the phone number.
It's just, when you really look at it, and our city council, Lancaster, Mike Antonovich and Mayor R.X. Paris, and all that, everybody working together, Bozigian, everybody helping us out. We really appreciate it. We need to be able to, fight the issues that are in front of us, and so, and as they come, in front of us, we appreciate the help. So.
And being involved in the community, you got to get out of here because you're taking some cars to the car show this afternoon. Yep. So you're going every which way.
We try to give back as much as we can. We do the deal at the fair every year. Ducks Unlimited. Children's charity right now with the cars, and we've been blessed to be where we're at. We realize that, and so we definitely want to give back to the community. And,
Thanks for letting us come out.
Thank you.
What a great place the dairy is, and that's what makes AV nice. Amazing things happen, amazing families, amazing businesses, amazing events happen in the Antelope Valley. Thank you.
You're welcome.